All right, so we're back on the Mana Symbol channel. We're playing some Magda, Brazen, Outlaw in Modern. And our goal is to put together 5 treasure tokens, which we can then sacrifice to tutor up a dragon or a artifact out of our deck. We're also playing Urza Saga and this suite of artifacts, this suite of sweet artifacts. For fetching targets for Magda, we have Dragonlord Atarka, which is 8/8 flying trample. When it enters the battlefield, you do 5 damage, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. Then we have an Embercleave, well known from Eldraine Standard, so it's usually 6 mana for this equipment that gets +1/+1, double strike and trample. But if you have attacking creatures, they make it cost less than 6, so it's very possible to get this into play reasonably cheaply. But we can tutor it up in combat, which is kind of hot, and it automatically equips when it enters the battlefield. And then we've got 4 Goldspan Dragons that we're mostly aiming to cast, but we don't have to, because the interesting thing is once we get a Goldspan Dragon and some treasures going, when it attacks, it gives us another treasure, which is another 5th of the next Goldspan Dragon. So I'm not saying that is going to happen, but it could. And also Goldspan Dragon gives our treasures the ability to sacrifice for 2 mana, which could help us cast Dragonlord Atarka if it's in our hand or something like that. Terror of the Peaks, Begarden Hellkite. There's a lot of dragons that you can whip out, but we're gonna try it this way for now, and then we'll go dragon digging later. I put in Ragavans because obviously the treasure synergy is sick, but if you didn't have access to Ragavans, I'd probably play some main deck. I guess they all got cut now. There's the Changeling that can exile a creature from your graveyard to exile target artifact or enchantment. For 1 and a green, it's a 1/3, but I'm not remembering what it's called because I'm not looking at it right now. Masked Vandal. I did build a Naya version out, by the way, that you're looking at here. That has Durgar Hedgemage, which is a really sick card to have in the meta right now. And it's pretty much the best playable dwarf that exists at the moment. Other than like the ones that get played. And most of the changelings suck too. You could play changeling, Chameleon Colossus. And Chameleon Colossus doubles up by also being a dragon, which is kind of neat. It also randomly has pro black. It's a 4/4/4/4. So that's a pretty funny card that you could be playing. So we've got our 1 Mox Amber now. We could put in a second one to make this a 21 card deck, or I could just go get to this magic because I should do that. Yeah, I mean, Chameleon Colossus is one of my favorite cards of all time, and it is a good mana sink, but Knight of Autumn could be in the green-white deck, but that's not a Dryad or a Dwarf, and it doesn't create treasure tokens, so it doesn't really synergize with the deck at all. Whereas at least Durgar Hedgemage is a dwarf that's also a hate piece. Durgar Hedgemage also, it kills an artifact and an enchantment, right? If you have the requisite lands in play. So that's a pretty big game. First hand is not keepable. Second hand is keepable. It's not good, but it's keepable. Yeah, maybe I should have shipped the Stomping Grounds. I'm just going to shock the Stomping Grounds so that I have access to red if they play a 1-drop, so I can play in plus Wrenn and Six on 2. Yeah, most of the dwarves really suck. And to be perfectly honest, so do most of the changelings. Like, it's really rough. Don't you want to play fetch first? Not. But if I can fetch for a forest next turn, I want to do that to preserve my life total a little bit. So I feel like I'm just like splitting the difference by shocking this on turn 1. Depala's your bay. Yeah, Depala's pretty good. Looks like we're going to get grief ephemerated or just thought seized. Rats. Well, we have an Urza Saga to set up, so. Sorry, what now? They took the Unholy Heat. That's okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Mr. Lee, this is Pomplamoos's cover of Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. I mean, so if you want to play Galazes Prismari in this deck, you certainly can. Then you would go Teamer. And then you would also play probably Moth Dust Changeling, which is a dwarf. So you could tap that with Magda for... I see. Now I know what they're about. Thoughtseize definitely not bugged. The question is, do I let them do something to get the card in their graveyard and then kill it? I think that's fine. Because I don't think that I'm prompted to action before they manage to dump something. And I don't think they can dump something. Because this is activated as a sorcery only. Yeah. So they just wasted their turn because I was patient. Wasted. Obviously, they still want the card in their graveyard, and once they get to 5 mana, they can bring this back to do that. But they missed the land drop, so that's good. No, that definitely does not work. That's the one you don't want to do. Yeah. That's the one you definitely don't want to do. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just... Yikes. Yeah. That's gonna be a problem. Oh. I was probably supposed to sack Wrenn and Six there. I forgot that was an option. I also forgot that this is going to eat the Wrenn and Six next turn no matter what. Although I can have a fairly chonky construct, so... Oh. Well... Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crap. Grab Amber and you can do it. What? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. But it doesn't really... I don't know how much this actually solves anything, but... Oh, it's whenever it attacks. But it can't attack and then... Oh, man. Right. I thought it was ETB or attack or something like that. Attacks or becomes the target of a spell. That's such a weird text. Alright, well... I'm sure this is about to suck. Yeah. They still have 5 cards in hand too, so it's not like they're light on resources or anything. Oh my god, that sucks so bad. Oof. Fuck, man. This card is really unbeatable for red green. Alright, well. Oh man. I mean, it's not even a blowout, right? Like, this is just Archon just existing. Like, you can't... They found, like, all they needed was, like, a bolt to kill my construct, and it would have been about as bad. So... And now my Mox Amber's off. Yeah. I mean, that's probably one of the better top decks, but... They don't have a second Archon, but the life gain on Archon is just going to be really tough to keep up with. Basically, if they have any castable spell here, oof. Yeah, we're just done on this one. Okay, so we have Cage, Soul Guide Lantern. Pithing Needle's okay. Because we can name the priest. Probably don't need map. It's fine, but... Sideboard run afoul? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I kind of built this sideboard just thinking about things like Tron and then like generally small creature decks. And then we had like some amount of graveyard. Oh, Colossus is fine. Colossus is definitely a good grab here. Does Gaia's Blessing help? No, it's a sorcery. Not really. You generally don't think the burn matchup as Tron is as bad as people make it out to be. Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. I feel like it's crazy, but like I kind of just want pillages here, but I don't think that makes any sense. It's just pillage on the play with like 8 ways to get to mana on 3 just is appealing to me for whatever reason. Kind of Ponzo people out, but I think this will be fine. Surgical can take the card out of their graveyard, but it doesn't by definition. Yikes. I can't tell if this is good enough. This is almost definitely not good enough. So this is also very bad. But it's turn 2 Colossus. So let's go. How 4-color creativities match up against Tron? Probably not good. It really depends on what specific cards you play. But 4-color creativity as a blanket archetype, not good. Velomachus, much better. But it's got to be Velomachus with, like, blue interaction. And Velomachus with blue interaction has a really bad time against anything like black, red, and scrappy. Son of a bitch. Like, oh. Uh-huh. Oh, man. This game's gonna be rough. So if I top deck a Wrenn and Six, I don't have fetch land yet, but we're gonna cycle the Spellbomb here, probably. At least they're not like the Pox version of these decks, but still pretty rough. Okay, we got the fetch land. Okay. No, that doesn't make any sense. Alright. If they have reanimation this turn, I'm just scooping. We're not beating Archon on turn 3. Yep. Alright. That's a rough matchup that we're not prepared enough for. And that's fine. Like, that's brutal. They had discard into setup for turn 3 both games. And in game 1 they had the priest on top of the persist, so they doubled up. It's fine. Like, you lose those games. I would like to think I tried my best in those games. Sure. On the play. Let's go. I also pushed this deck, both versions of this deck that I put together, I pushed them both up to 10 fetch lands to make sure that Wrenn and Six more consistently had fetches to grab. And I put at least a handful of fast lands into them too. Try to make our mana a little less painful. I guess I should have waited until I hit them, but I want to hit them for more here. Turn 1 Needle, Misty Rainforest. Yeah. Oh, come on. You played Windswept Heath. Son of a bitch. Oh, no. Rats. This is like the good play this deck has. I had interaction to kill your creatures too. Come on. What? Filter lands. Alright, well. Got an answer for that guy. Yeah, I might as well do this now. Why do we not have a sideboard Revel in Riches? I can always trust Larynx Punchworthy to ask the real questions. Do you hate winning, streamer? Goldspan Dragon off the top, baby. Forest. Not quite what I was looking for. Gonna be honest. Well, next turn I can Embercleave my Ignoble Hierarch, so we got that going for us. It's not much, but it's honest work. Come on, bolt it. Bolt it. They're doing something. Main deck Endurance, please. Main deck Endurance. Deck really needs to just lean on making treasures and then finding Magda. I have looked at 5 hands so far, and not a single one of them had a Magda in it. Also, all the other ones didn't have any dwarves in them anyway. So we had a Tireless Provisioner going pretty okay. And we cast a Goldspan Dragon. Yeah. Yeah, like we definitely had a really bad run right here. That said, there's just no way Prosperous Innkeeper is something we should be playing, but I mean, this hand or this deck really could have turned. This hand really could have been fine, but they didn't have the mana dork on one. They had the removal on one, and then they had main deck Endurance. Like they're just better set up. Like they're just playing a lot less bad cards probably. Good cards make bad content. Yeah, sometimes. His hand was fine until the opponent played Magic. I mean, we also drew... What did I start with? 3 lands? And we've drawn 3 more? So that's pretty bad. Oh my god. How much am I about to take? 10. Oh, wait, is it power? 16? Yeah, 16. Pond. It's probably a good Fury matchup. What is this? This is a build around I was told to do, Giglio. Built around Magda. It's clearly green-red Magda. Man, I don't know why Magic Online sometimes does this. She's a 2/1 dwarf. Whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, you create a treasure, and you can sacrifice 5 treasures to put a dragon or a artifact directly into play. Yeah, so we have like Dragonlord Atarka and Embercleave. No, pet cards are great. But you built it with this Wrenn and Six, Urza's Saga treasure core. And I've tried to put in some good cards besides this. I think the Naya version with Duragar Hedge Mage might just be better, but you have to run into the right matchups. Like Clothis. Yeah, like we keep drawing our Saga targets and our tutor targets, but like by the same token, it's pretty hard not to, because that like there are like 8 one-ofs, so we're gonna draw like about 2 of them per game. All right, so I'm gonna keep this. Go tap land go, because they do have mana dorks. Yeah, it's possible, Larynx. You could run Academy Manufactor with the Asmo engine and Magda. Well, I think the most powerful way to take advantage of Magda involves Moth Dust Changeling, which is just like an offensively bad card. Or what's it called? What was the one from Vehicles from Standard? Toolcraft Exemplar. No, Toolcraft Exemplar. Yeah, Depala too. But then you want to play Vehicles, which I don't know. Looter Scooter? I don't want to play Looter Scooter, but it does work with Magda. And the Toolcraft and etc. Like they do all work together nicely. Huh. That's really unfortunate. So I'm going to play Magda and hold up Unholy Heat here. There's the reading pause. Again, I pushed us up to 10 fetches. We haven't hit one yet. It is what it is. And I didn't shock on 1 and 2 to have the red plus the colorless for the Magda this turn. So I'm just going to respond here, get this down while it's a 2/2. Are they going to kill Magda again in response and then exile it? Wild. Yep. I mean, I'll take it. I somehow really do not feel like that was worth it for them, but you do you, opponent. I'm not how to I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. So I could play the Ignoble Hierarch here, but I'd rather make sure I can play Fury next turn. That's annoying. But I'm confident to lose the Wrenn and Six here. Then Fury eats their whole board. That was my instinct, Came Relief, but that doesn't mean we were not going to try. Like, the problem is, like, this kind of, like, Urza Saga does make this deck more fun. But, then you're running against all the other modern stuff, which is tough. What you needed to do was know that most of these cards were good in week 1 of MH2 season. Not now. Now is too late. You have got to be kidding me. What the fuck is that? Why would you draw step that like that? That's so rude. Alright, we still get to play the Fury here and eat their board, so I'm comfortable. Annoyed, but comfortable. I love Urza's Saga so much, and I hate the Urza Saga hate so much. It really hurts my soul every time. Okay, they've got one card in hand. If it's another piece of 1 mana removal, I may scream. Alright, let's see what kind of night this is going to be. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, okay, good. You've tried everything with Magda? I think for this deck, Naya is where you want to be. I think less Goldspan Dragons is probably better. Tireless Provisioner seems kind of gas, actually. Alright, so we're actually going to use this for food. Just because we know what their deck is doing. Fury with the Hierarch triggers 8 damage. Fury with and Tireless is 6 and so 9. So we're good here. Just attack with both. Oh, come on. No, not again! What the fuck? Ah! Oh, you just... Oh. Stop it. Should have attacked with the Fury on its own. Yep. Oh. I have the brain of a goldfish and the luck of a, I don't know, very unlucky goldfish. So I guess a goldfish. And like, even though it doesn't synergize with this deck, I think we probably would have been better off with Tireless Tracker. But I think you have to build around Magda. Otherwise, you end up with nothing. Like, she's that. You're not going to get five treasures is very rare. That's a pretty good draw. Yeah, I like Tireless Provisioner with the Magda deck. That makes a lot of sense. But the big problem too is like people are so ready for this kind of nonsense because there's all these Saga decks running around, and this by being a higher anyway. I don't want to constantly complain about or not comment on how bad this deck is because of X number of reasons. Yeah, it's super challenging. This is like maybe the worst possible time to try to play something like this, but that's okay. I'm down for it. Mox Amber, Ragavan, Wrenn and Six. Yeah, it's fine. I think there's something there. I'm not. Maybe it Mox Amber giving you extra mana during the early stages of the game, where sometimes you get a little bit choked on Urza Saga, is certainly something. They shuffled in their own graveyard. Interesting. Yeah, sure. So it deals 0 damage. Nice. And Fury's going to eat one of their creatures here, so that's good. Yeah. So we're just kind of mid-ranging them out, which is funny. Oh, that's really tilting. That's 2 blockers. God damn it, opponent. Any removals in this deck? Nope. Just a Magda. And these aren't dwarves, they're goblins. Like, ah. Oh, man. Magda's a stranger in a strange land. Yeah, Embercleave would be fun. Embercleave would be a good top deck. Relic. Man, they have a lot of graveyard hate. Like, they have a kind of crazy amount of graveyard hate. I think they're assuming we're way more of like a Delirium deck than we are. We can cast Dragonlord Atarka, by the way. Or this. This is good, too. Banger! Hey, opponent. Did you prepare for a single flying creature? What's that? You didn't? Nice. Run afoul. Shit. I'm ready for it. My body's ready. Got him. Goldspan Dragon coming in clutch. Okay. Best modern playable Dragon? I mean, that's probably Sprite Dragon. We in all polls on the Mana Symbol channel and all questions like that forever and perpetuity. By the way, exclude all changelings. No one is allowed to actually a changeling into the best creature type X category unless that creature type is shapeshifter. Not Murktide? Okay, probably Murktide. That is actually the correct answer, right? Well, I want to keep this hand, but there's just no way. Okay. We're definitely going to draw a second land, or sorry, a third land. Copium. Magda's a gold digger. I like that. Gold digger. Can't believe she's a gold digger. Just thought you should know. Banger. Never didn't have it, yo. Literally never didn't have it. It's okay, I don't want that fetch land anyway. Alright. If you wanted to know the previous song, Larynx, that was Bubblegum Bitch. It is called exactly what it sounds like, what it is. Alright, I mean, this hand puts a lot of treasures into play reasonably quickly, in theory, and we have the Magda. Maybe they disrespect us here. Maybe they disrespect Magda just to kill a Ragavan. Anyone excited to see Ragavan die so that Magda may live? You disrespect Magda too. Rude. Correct. Probably correct, but rude. They could Kragenwick us for 16 next turn, by the by, so that's reality. I am unreasonably upset. Yeah, that's what you call that. I am unreasonably upset that just happened. Yeah, that was something. So right now I could go fetch and then get a food, crack the food, and go to 17. which is almost definitely not going to save us if their last cards are Kragenwick and the Worm and a land. But they only have 2 right now. We're probably safe. That said, I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to pass the turn here. I could play Colossus. Colossus is going to do next to nothing right now. Yeah, we can just wait a little. That's annoying. Come at me, nerd. Ah, and I boarded out of Magda. I am a fool. How could I not believe that in my hour of need, my voice would call out for... Yeah, they didn't have Force of Vigor this time, which is kind of nice. I mean, I could... Oh, I didn't get the... What? Didn't bring in the needle. I took out the needle. That's fine. We'll just get Shadowspear here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, he's there. My Savannah Lions is so useless. So I think I'm putting Shadowspear on the Tireless Provisioner this turn, just because if they have a single artifact destruction spell, which most people don't play, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to attack here. Because then they either lose the Scoos that I didn't needle, or they have to group block with Voice and Strangleroot, which obviously both of those come right back out. But then I gain 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do this. I know it seems really sketchy, but like, we're just doing fine on the mid-range plan for the moment. So like, I don't really feel like opening myself up to getting combo killed by them. If they do group block with Strangleroot and Voice, yeah, they end up with a bigger board out of this. But I'm pretty okay with that. And now that I'm at 18, I could sack 2 treasures, which makes my construct a 5/5, but put the spear on it, which makes it a 6/6. Which means I get to block. What's the ideal curve that gets you Magda activations as quickly as possible? In this deck, probably Ragavan, attack with Ragavan, and then like Magda, Springleaf Drum, something. But there's only one Springleaf Drum, so... Okay, so if they have... Hey, how's it going, Luke? If they have... If they have the Kragenwick and the Worm, they couldn't kill us there. They could put us to 2, or they could put us to 2 and then attack, then we gain 6, we go to 8, and we take 6, which is fine, or would have been fine. Well, that's a pretty good draw. So Skoos is currently a 5/5. We go 2/2 here though, and it kills both of those. That's really hot. Bye, nerds. Oh, Fury off the top rope. And good Lord Almighty, that is one hell of a haymaker. And then we attack with the Construct. They could grow the Skoos to 6/6, but that they'll trade, and that's fine by me. It's all you, opponent. I got my hands off the wheel. Choose your choice. Well chosen. All right, I'm at 24. I fear not your Kragenwick Cremator. But yeah, Camberleaf. If you play Moth Dust Changeling, that changes things. Like, this deck obviously doesn't have the best quick magnet curve. That's just a fact. Like, that's just the way it's been constructed. Because doing so means you have to play a lot of bad cards, and you put good cards in this deck, so I was under the impression you didn't want me to build a deck full of bad cards. Yeah, Skoos is definitely doing good work here. That's a touch unfortunate. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for me. I think I have to attack here, which really sucks. And Colossus just keeps being turned off. It's really frustrating. My opponent's Naya mid-range deck is doing better than my clunky green-red mid-range deck. Well, and they had Relic of Progenitus before, so like Colossus has just been really bad the whole time. It's been tough. They didn't block? That's crazy. Yeah, maybe we're about to be dead. But I don't have a better choice, right? Like, maybe it's hanging back, but then I just I'm forced to block the Fury, right? Like, this way, in theory, I can kill him next turn. Yeah. Wow. That's a card. Steel Leaf Chip. Oh, you've got to be kidding! Fucking... Infinite Relic of Progenituses. Good lord. Oh, man. They're just going to exile whatever I target in response. Yeah, you're so clever, opponent. Gosh. Just so much graveyard removal. Now we can get this land back? Yeah, technically. Now I can't attack. I just have to block the Steel Leaf. Which, I mean, is better than nothing. Oh, Alex. Nah, there'll be no sobbing. There will be no sobbing for this deck. We're trying to Magda, people. And we're doing the best we can. Yeah, we gotta block the Fury. Man, when they drew the Fury too is so brutal. Like the timing there was just the worst. Oh, we can't do that, huh? Alex, can I have damage on the stack back for just like one game? Right here. Please. I promise I'll be good. You know, I bet Scooz is probably better positioned right now than it's been in a long time. You know the worst part about this? We're one devotion away from this turning on Colossus. One. And it would be wonderfully, oh my god, it would be so good. It's the worst. This is the worst. This is the actual worst. Oh my god, I hate the actually relic. Fetch. Relic you? Yes, fine. So they're definitely going to ignore the Wrenn and Six, so maybe I could draw Ignoble Hierarch? Ignoble Hierarch could give us a situation where we end up killing them. But the problem is almost anything that can give us devote, we're about to get. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just dead here. I'm okay with this. I don't care. So 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. I mean, I have a food. You know what? Let's stick in this. We could blow them out and kill them. I mean, I'm worried about them having. Oh, they have the lair. That's another 3 at least, right? It's exactly 3, but only if they tap out. All right. Well, we'll get to check the top when we die. Okay. Roy. Ah! All right. Let's go to match 3. There's not even anything that makes dwarf tokens, is there? Because I did a text search for dwarf. No, I did a type search for dwarf. And I did a type search for I did a text search for changelings. But I Yeah. Favorite land? We got close there. We were real close with that one. Oh, of course, Dwarven Mine. Ha! Huh. It's funny because I did. You're right, and I remember when I was fiddling with these decks this afternoon, I was thinking about Dwarven Mine. The problem is, if you like, I guess you could play one because you don't want to draw it early in these decks, and you obviously wouldn't play it with Urza's Saga. All right, we're in the O2s. This is where we belong. This hand is pretty hot. So this lets me go Wrenn and Six and Saga this turn too. GQ, Aether Vial. And we get to Needle the Aether Vial. Nice. I don't know what GQ Aether Vial means, but I'm here for it. Just so you all know, we did not get the full version of Lost in Paradise here. Stoneforge, alright. Colors are complete. Uh-oh. I think this Hierarch's getting thrown under the bus here to protect Wrenn and Six from Cultra. You hit 3K in Storybook Brawl. Took you a while. What is Storybook Brawl? I've heard the name a bunch of times, but I don't know what it is. Same with Flesh and Blood. I don't really know what that is either. Thanks for the follow there. Inspiring Tim. Hey! I know who that is. But I won't give him up. I won't give him up. But I hope you're having a good night. Doing what you're doing, friend. Unless you're not actually that person, in which case, whatever. It's not who you think it is? That's fine. Are you the person who found the account? And then you just did that because you think it's, like, cute? Oh, another Wrenn 6. That's something. So we can go Springleaf here. Oh! That's funny. You're a funny guy. So I can't quite do what I wanted to do this turn, but that's okay. So for anyone who's not in on the joke, Aspiring Spike's quote-unquote secret TikTok got found today. And the name of it is Inspiring Timmy. I'm surprised you got that account if that's you, Principe. No, I think this is Principe. I mean, that's the only person I can think of who would call themselves Spike's nemesis. That's taking the needle, right? Yeah. This is about to get really bad, isn't it? Okay, not so far. I'm his new nemesis with 0 trophies. Okay. Inspiring Timmy is not Spike's nemesis. Like, that just can't be the way that works. Thanks for the follow there, Haas00312. So I can play Goldspan this turn, but I'm pretty sure it's better not to. You're the embodiment of all the players who can't get trophies. Fair. Stay strong. Nice. I mean, Magda and Urza Saga is pretty fun here. Like we're doing. Oh, I was supposed to use Magda there. What is this? Oh fuck! I was when they had the Vial on 3. I was like, they're not playing Flicker Wisp. But yes, they are. Man, it's so frustrating. Well, but why didn't they block then? I don't know. It's just nobody knows. Yeah, you old Flicker Wisp. But I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get what the timing on that, and I don't. Whatever. MTG bot is definitely here. I don't know why it's. I hopefully it's whispering the card requests. Okay, good. Or maybe its permissions got reset. I hope not. Wow, opponents on some old-fashioned taxes. I'm not willing to sacrifice this treasure, so... If they want to strip mine my Urza Saga, that's fine. Yep. Assume you know K Ponce, but he just came back from a 1.5 year break. I do not. Oh my god, they have more? Oh my god. Brutal. Stop it. Oh, Jesus. The legendary taxes player. Okay, well, at least I feel like I'm getting handled by a pro. No, the parrot, spider space. I think there's like one more taxes player I know of. Okay, so assuming that they can't remove my construct, they can't kill me here. But it's pretty unlikely that they don't have a way. Probably should have left the second construct up and sacked the treasure. Yeah. I'm going to assume they don't have a way to win here, because almost all the ways that they would have would be very straightforward. So... Lyrics, if this is the song you were mentioning earlier, this kind of kicks ass, so... I mean, it's clearly a joke, but it's kind of great. I don't know. Take it. So Flicker Wisp kills the shit out of me, but Archon does not. So let's dodge that. Yep. Bangers. Huh. Anyone think Fury might be good here? I think Fury might be good here. Hey, what's up, Donksmith? How is the Donk production? This masterpiece is red-green Magda. Okay, so Prosperous Innkeeper is just nowhere near good enough for this deck, but fourth Tireless Provisioner should be in here for sure. This card has been very impressive in this shell. I did see that. It's beautiful. Yeah, I think we want Colossus against Taxus too. The great state of Taxatuchits. Ragavan's probably pretty bad in this matchup. We could bring in the Ox. There we go. You wish we'd draw what more? Ragavan? So we're gonna needle the Vial and Pyrite Spellbomb. Fuck. That was very aggressive, but effective. Oh, we're just gonna kill this. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should play it, right? Like you should play a mediocre dwarf and more copies of Springleaf Drum or another Tireless Provisioner, or like you just don't need a 2-drop that does it, because you now have 8 ramps on, like 8 potential ramp on 1 plus Wrenn and Six. So it's like you don't need a 2-drop. That's just not necessary in this deck. It's like a weird thing to see and know. Like, to look at a deck and be like, we just don't need a 2-drop, but like you just don't. Like, not one that's that bad. Like most modern decks now, we'll just make up for it by having more 1-drops. They pitched a Skyclave for that Solitude. Good lord. They were very all in on that. That's crazy to me. Okay, so now we're going to needle Stoneforge. Hey y'all, Mox Amber coming in here and doing nothing. Just because we can't afford not to needle the Stoneforge. If they have another... Crap. Okay, that's fine-ish. Yeah. This is about to get really rough, probably. They can have another Skyclave, or they can have Flicker Wisp, and because they're on mono white taxes, it's easy for them to have that. Yep. It's gonna be Flicker Wisp? No. Skyclave. Alright, we're dead. Maybe? I feel like we have to be dead here. Yeah. The Arbiter is just going to be so brutal on our resources. We just got taken apart here. I guess we could have drawn a Fury. I guess technically I still have time to draw a Fury. Oh, I can't search without... I didn't have a different land to play. God, just... I hate this card so much. Yeah, we're not coming back from this. I don't know. I can still draw the Fury. Yeah, we can use Amber to pay, but I meant to make a 1/1 here. And then I have to pay for it next turn just to search with the... Like, it just... We're boxed in. Like, I can't make any forward progress. I think I should have brought in Pillages, so we'll do that in game 3, especially on the play. Yeah, just take the 7. Yeah, that's not going to do it. All right. Maybe this game. Maybe? Maybe. All right. Come on, little deck. Opponent mulls to 6. Come on, little deck. I want that match win. Legendary Texas player has no match for a monkey and a dwarf. It's time. We finally got there. All right, deck. We need a land and we need it now. God gave us those atoms and it's up to us to make them dance. All right. Time to push. That is a very dead giver of runes. We got a plains off of them? Hiya! Get pillaged, nerd! Who's the Ponza deck now? Sorry, taxes deck? Whatever the joke is. Whatever that joke's supposed to be in that moment. Who's the taxes deck now, nerd? There we go. That's for you, Roy. My opponent is Gabe Nassif Deliberate. My goodness. They're very, very careful about everything. What is this? That's fine. Annoying, but fine. Trigger. Alright, opponent's deck. Ragavan seems like a good card. I don't know. I don't know what people are complaining about. He hasn't drawn me anything. Literally nothing. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're missing the third land for sure. Oh my god, Roy. Alright. Opponent's deck. Give me something. Rip? No, I don't want that. Not like that. I meant something good. What's the Lisa quote? I think we're gonna die, Bart. We're all gonna die, Lise. I meant soon. So did I. Some other being makes that noise, Octopodes. The Tim Allen noise is... Hoof, 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 hoof. Got him. We got a match win? What? Huff, 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 huff. Come on, baby. Who's that in Something About Mary? She was really popular. Meg Ryan? No. Was it Cameron Diaz? God, she's gorgeous. Brett Fire. Thanks, Jen and I. My favorite Charlie's Angel, although it's a close call between her and Drew Barrymore. It really is. Yeah, Cameron Diaz was in The Mask, though. And she danced. I think it's just there's something about Magda, right? That has to be what it is. Roommate is named Magda. That's funny. I had no idea. So, I don't know why. Every now and then on Twitter, you do get a funny look into the world, and apparently McDonald's Canada tweeted the thing you've been asking for arrives on August 31st. McDonald's tweeted at McDonald's Canada saying McPizza is trending. Please send help. Somebody, oh my god, McDonald's mocked up a Canada heritage moment. So for those who are not Canadians, these were short 1 minute, like 30 seconds to 1 minute promotions that would be on TV, on public access TV when I was growing up, that would teach you little moments about Canadian history. And there were these little period shots, and then they would tell you like something interesting about the person. Yeah, like the guy who invented basketball was Canadian. Are they still on? Wow. They make a bunch of... Are you serious? They still make them? Like new ones? That's crazy. And the guy who created or helped create Superman was Canadian. I can't remember if they tell you who that was supposed to be. Well, we're on the draw, but this hand is fire, so let's go. Jen and I. Alright, who assumes that this is... They have no companion? This might be a polymorph deck. And unfortunately for us, we're playing Wrenn and Six too. You think it's burn? Burn with no creature hand? Possible, but unlikely. Well, now I'm just confused. Death burn now? I admire your confidence, if not your logic. If it's a deck that's playing Fire Ice, I'm gonna cry. No Luris, yeah. Well, there's no Luris, so it must be burn. Is this connecting? Holy shit. Oh! Oh, yeah. Calibrated Blast without Karuga, so it's a different list. Interesting. I definitely was not expecting Otachan Worm. It's an instant. It is an instant. Good God. What, I mean, you don't have to not play Draco to be playing Worm, right? Our friendly league's back. Alright, we'll go to 18. The construct I'm about to... I think we have lethal next turn. In fact, I'm fairly certain of it. So as long as we don't actually die over this turn cycle, we'll be fine. Yep. They flipped over Calibrated Blast. Of course they did. There may be an Emrakul in the next one, though, or an Autoshon Worm, so we could die here. Looks like we're in the clear. All right, we're doing some cool stuff this turn. I think they die here. Yeah, this is exactly lethal. Oh, no, it's more. I was thinking, I was like, I'm missing a point somewhere that I thought I was supposed to have. Calibrated Blast seems like a bad deck. Oh, it most certainly is. They're not even playing the cool version. Yeah, Scheming Symmetry was definitely something they tried when they did it on Faithless Brewing. The good version that's floating around is a Karuga deck, by the way, Roy. You should know. Dylan Cruz's Calibrated Blast. Here you go. The opponents on the Saffron all of this? Or did you link it? Oh, the Scheming Symmetry. Yeah, they did that on they did it on Faithless Brewing that way too, though. Like, there can be more than one. The one I showed? No, it literally says Dylan MTG on it. And apparently he was the one who did the work to make it. Although Saffron Olive apparently also played a list. But I think Dylan's was this one, because that's what they were saying on Faithless Brewing, and that's what it says here. All right. Is this hand any good? Not really. That is almost exactly the same hand. Come on now, deck. There we go. Yeah, I really should have boarded out my Unholy Heats. I forgot how many cards in the main deck are bad here. We'll probably be fine, right? Yeah, well. Turn 1 Ragavan again. Go monkey go. Monkey squad, our go. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Monkey Squad in color. We now return to the adventures of Ragavan, the Nimble Pilferer. When we last left our hero. Ooh. Alright, should have led on the Ignoble. Our hero died. Upsetty. Oh, I should have played Magda there. It's not going to matter if we tie right now. Mishra's Factory. You baller. So I have to shock if I want Magda here, though. Which I really don't. It's sketchy. I think I should do it, but I could get me killed very easily. But hell, if we lose this game, we go to game 3. That's fine. Yep. Here comes the blast. Let's see, 3 or 4, baby. Nope, 14. Blinkmoth Infusion. And this game they had Karuga. They must have just goofed it last game. And just not revealed it, right? Told me it was burn. That you did. That you did. This is no ramp. Yeah, it's probably about as good as it's going to get. Void Mirror? What would Void Mirror do? Oh, it stops the cascade. Yeah. Yeah, I should have done that. I didn't. Huh. Yeah, that's almost definitely correct. Whoops. So they cast the Throes of Chaos, which cascades through their deck until it hits a Calibrated Blast. Calibrated Blast flips through your deck until you hit a non-land card, and then you deal damage equal to its mana cost to any target. Which they hit a 14, and they 14'd me. So we died. Clothis, save us. Clothis, save us. Yeah, I definitely should have brought in Void Mirror. I missed that. Alright, opponent. I'm ready to meet my death. Oh my god. Tumble. Oh, rough is each. I didn't notice that last game. Huh. Brutal. Yeah, it is a reflexive trigger. I didn't mention that part because that was more likely to just confuse people. But yes. It is. Do I need an extra mana this turn? Yeah, kind of. That's rough, buddy. Yeah. Oh! Oh, no, 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 no! The Mox doesn't work because Colossus is not a creature! Ah! You bullshit little card. Alright, hopefully it didn't matter. Fuck! Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh, no. I forgot! It wouldn't work! I had a thing... Yeah. Well, again, I said this was a bad Mox Amber deck, and I was not wrong. Oh... Yeah, I know, Timmy. Oh my god, this is gonna be so bad. Oh, well, we still get to make the construct this turn. Not as bad, but... whatever. But only if I stack my triggers correctly. Yeah, technically we're still in it, but I do not feel very in it. Punt just hurt my soul. Because I specifically played around like that being relevant. And I could have adjusted for the Mox Amber not being on, but I didn't because I clearly have a legendary that isn't a land, you know. But that's not good enough. One time. 15 damage. Alright. Fuck. Brutal. Woof. We got blasted. I thought that matchup was going to be a lock. But I did sideboard like a jackass, so. Yeah, that's isn't that the one I just looked at? Yeah. This one. This was what I was expecting. Whereas that one was, we just played against a version that was 110% on. We're just going to draw and cast the blast and pray that's enough. Which is much more all in. Alright, we're playing against a 1-2. Or sorry, an 0-2. 0-2. With a pretty bad hand. This hand is so live if we hit a land, though. I'm going to keep. We got 2 shots at it, and this hand is insane if we hit. I mean, maybe not insane, but quite good. So yeah, board in Void Mirror there, because it blanks there. Uh-oh. Oh, this is a path, yeah. Damn it. Oh, for sure, Jen and I. It's just this hand is really quite good if we hit a land. So, like, I don't normally keep hands that are like, oh, it's good if we hit, but like this is really quite up there. Even then, taking the Wrenn and Six is not that bad. All right, we got one more shot. Come on, baby. Ah. Damn it. I mean, we're against black-white mediocrity, right? So maybe we'll be okay. Nah, they're going to play Liliana. Oh, no. Even better. It's got to take Ragavan, right? Or maybe they're smart and they take the Innkeeper. Maybe they get scared and they take Dragonlord Atarka. They took the Emberclave? Hell yeah. Okay, play a Stoneforge. Then we hit a land, we play Innkeeper, we tap for Unholy Heat. Come on, Stoneforge. Maybe Bob. Both are acceptable. Stoneforge is fine. We're either about to be in a pretty good spot or just get to scoop, which is nice. Cool. Yeah, of course, right there. All right. Tracker, Colossus. And then I think Pillage? Oh, no, Ox. All right. But yeah, so if you do the math on an opening hand like that, you are basically... I think you're only 60% to hit by your second draw. I've done it repeatedly in the last little while, and I still can't remember, but I think it's like only 60%, which is not... It is not it is not that we were terribly unlucky to miss there. That is gonna happen a reasonable percentage of the time. But in the dark on the draw with that good of a hand, I felt comfortable to keep it, and obviously shouldn't have been. Sometimes you take those risks and you get rewarded, though. So, sure. I mean, we can do it right here. There. Yeah, 66.6. Or sorry, 66.2. Okay, as long as it's not Ephemerate, we at least get a hit in here. They took the Emberclave, sure. It's Ephemerate. Fuck. I don't even get a hit in. Okay. Well, no. What I meant is, like, if they had Malakir Rebirth, it comes back tapped. So they don't have the option to block. Yeah. I mean, we can top deck out of this. Like, having only lands in my hand is not the worst here. The problem is just if they have the turn 2 Stoneforge. But, you know. Yep. Onlylands.com. Yeah. Oh, they got Sword and Fire Ice. This opponent is crafty. They're ready for removal. It's gonna be funny when we draw nothing, so it didn't matter. No, they're gonna have Cauldron in their hand already, right? Right? Come on, I'm ready for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright. So, this was, rough. Really rough. Yeah. I don't know what to say about this. I hate Mox Amber in this kind of deck. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just have another land, especially with Wrenn and Six. Tireless Provisioner was impressive, so I think that, okay, Prosperous Innkeeper is absolutely just awful and not worth playing. There's just no way. I shipped it or chose not to cast it basically every time. But that leaves the problem with Magda where we need, like, we're playing a Springleaf Drum, which is the right number to play in a deck like this, but I don't know. This is a really, really tough ask. I think if you want to build a Magda deck in Modern, you have to play way more bad cards. You have to bring the synergy much higher. The problem is with that, like, if you just take these out of this deck entirely, this actually kind of functions fine without Magda at all. It's not necessary, nor is it useful, nor is it easy to get to 5 treasures. That's just so many. And like, this deck is good at having usage for its mana. It makes treasures without good ways to spend them. Yeah, because you don't want to spend them on Saga, right? But you're supposed to spend them on Magda. That's the point. Like, you're not supposed, like, the game we won and a lot of the games we were winning in, you're right. Like, we were able to aggressively use the treasures to do stuff. So it's really, really tough here. Yeah, I tried. So, yeah, I don't know about Magda. I was excited for this card when it was going to come out. Jiggy is much more the insane brewer who's going to find you a deck that maximizes Magda, but I feel like it's going to have a lot of other bad cards in it. And yeah, I mean, you'll have a higher potential ceiling, maybe, but this is yeah, this is just bad. You need more dwarves. Yeah, a Treasures Matters deck is fine, but you don't want Magda in it. You need a Treasure Matters deck that has a bunch of dwarves. Yeah, I've seen it, Gaea, but that's also bad. Like, then you're playing bad cards too in that deck. Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem here It's just that we're playing a small creature synergy deck, and you can't do that in Modern right now. This is the worst kind of deck to try to play, a mediocre creature synergy deck. It's just literally the worst. The good creature synergy decks are even having like a kind of hard time. Things like goblins, things like taxes. Those things can't compete with like Grixis Luris and a lot of the more streamlined Saga decks. So it's a tough sell. But tough sell or not, I hope you did have fun in the future if you're watching this on the YouTube. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of my other videos, and I will see you there.